guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin, and today I'm going to be doing this look using products from the 13 brands I tried for the first time ever in 2022. I went back and looked, so I was like, let me see what brands did I try for the first time, and I was floored when the number was 13. I was not expecting that whatsoever, and I thought, you know what, let me do a little recap on some of these brands, let you guys know for the ones I tried what I thought, and also like get to use the makeup and create this look that I really like. I haven't combined a lot of these products ever before, and I genuinely am super happy with how it came out. So if you're curious to hear about any of the brands, some of them are big name prestige brands like Hourglass, some of them are indie brands like Gourmand Girls, things like that, everything in between. Like, we got a lot of stuff going on here. So if you're interested, that sounds good to you, keep on watching. Before we get too far into the video, if you haven't already, I hope you'll subscribe. I am, I think, only 6 subscribers away from hitting 500 subscribers. I'll definitely be doing another giveaway for you guys at that point, so don't miss out. Click that subscribe button. All right, let's go ahead and get into the try on demo of the products and talking about what brands I tried for the first time this year. All right guys, so the first brand I want to talk about, I'm going to use for blush. I've got obviously some makeup on. These are just brands that I already had tried prior to 2022. So if you're curious about like primer, foundation, brows, like any of the stuff I already have on, just check the description box. I'll list everything I've used. So the first brand I tried for the first time in 2022 was Jaclyn Cosmetics. So I got from, I don't know if it was their site. I've gotten some stuff from their site and some from Ulta, just depending on who is doing the best sale at that point in time. So this is the Rouge Romance Blush Palette. I did not pick up both palettes. I got the Rouge Affair one, which is more of the like pinkier one. The other one's more like reddish tones. I've looked at getting the other one as well, just because I do like some tones in that one as well. But I also have a red blush from Likely Makeup if I want to go that route. And these are pretty pricey, full price, and I haven't seen them on sale again since I got this one. So maybe if they're on sale again in the upcoming year, I'll pick up the other blush palette. But frankly, I don't need it because I've got this blush palette, the 2 from Lunar Beauty, 1 from Laura Lee Los Angeles, and they're all good in different ways. So that's kept me at bay and not had me like really needing both of them, you know. So I do like with these palettes though to mix and do multiple things. So in like the more of like the pocket right above my like contour bronzer area, I'm gonna go in with Living Lavish, this kind of deeper blush, and then in the front part of it I'm gonna go into Admirer, these two, and kind of blend them. So as I'm applying this, there are a few brands that I tried that it was just eyeshadow, and obviously I can't put, I mean, I could try to go like palette bingo, you know, and use like 5 different brands worth of eyeshadows in one video, but I'm only going to do one brand and just focus on that one palette for eyeshadow in this video. So I figured as I'm applying some of these, like with the brands that I tried, I could also mention some of the brands that I tried that I'm not able to fit into this video, just because, like I said, there were quite a few that I tried this year that were just like an eyeshadow palette that I tried. So if there's like a random one that I'm mentioning that I'm not applying in the video, that's why. So these blushes are pretty pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. I really do like the colors and I like the longevity of the product. So next up, before we go into the eyes, I'm just going to do like setting spray over the face, and I'm going to use Nimya for that. So Nimya, I've only tried like the skincare stuff, and even then I say I've tried. I purchased like the bundle of the OG stuff, so I'm going to be using the setting spray from that today. I actually don't really love it. Like, I think it's way too strongly fragranced. Like, the scent isn't bad, it's just too strong, and I do not like the nozzle component at all. I think it's very like, it sprays and it's like liquid. It's not a fine enough mist, I guess is what I'm getting at. So I'm using that product because I tried it this year, but I don't actually like it. I love the fan. I bought the like Berber under eye thing and the Where It All Starts cream, but I honestly haven't tried them yet. So I'll need to get into those into 2023 to try them more. But I'm mostly just using this setting spray because I bought it, I have it, and I want to use it up, but I don't really recommend it. Here's what it looks like in case you're wondering you don't have it. It is a really nice like matte touch feel component. I was really excited to try this, but it's too aggressive. Like, I feel like I'm in the splash zone at SeaWorld. That's how crazy this one is. Ugh, and the smells. Like I said, it's not a bad smell. It's just way too strong for me personally. So as I'm priming here, I'll list a couple of the brands I tried this year that we're not using in today's video. First off, I tried Saints, Angels, Sinners for the first time, and I don't think they've ever come out with anything but eyeshadow. I've used a ton of their palettes. The brand has sent me quite a few of those, and I've purchased some myself also. And I've really liked the quality of all of the palettes I've tried. You know, I could like rank them and say what's my most or least favorite, but when doing that, it truly is more of a preference of color story and number of mattes to shimmers and factors like that, but I think they're very consistent with their formula. I also tried Artist Couture for the first time, their ethereal palette. I'll leave linked a video on some of these palettes if I have them on my channel, like that one. That one, it was good, it was fine, but it wasn't anything, like, it was just fine. It wasn't anything that left me wanting to try more from the brand, although I have been really curious about their lip oils. So I'll mention this one here because this is what we're using today. Another brand I tried for the first time is the Gourmand Girls, the Spooked palette. Amazing, love it, would highly recommend this one. Just great, all over an A+ for this one. And then I also tried for the first time Blend Bunny Cosmetics. So I'm going to be using her brush set to do the eye look. I haven't tried her lip products, but I have tried several of the eyeshadow palettes. They're amazing. I'm sure the lips are good too because it seems like everything from there is great. And they have really cute tumblers that I keep wanting to buy too, like drinking tumblers too from the brand. So we're going to use the Spooked palette from Gourmand Girls and the Blend Bunny brushes. And as I'm doing the look, like I said, I'll talk to you about a couple other brands I tried this year. Another brand I tried for the first time this year that was like purely eyeshadow was Il Makiage. And I've looked at Il Makiage before, like I remember specifically highly considering buying from them when Carly Bible did the collab, but after watching some reviews I decided not to. It just didn't seem like my vibe. And I remember too, like several times getting the emails and seeing things about, you know, their foundation and the matching system that they have and all that, but I just never pulled the trigger. But when Kathleen Lights did her Disco Fever, I think that's what it was, her collab with Il Makiage, I love Kathleen Lights, and I have not all of, but quite a few of her collabs that she's done over the years with different brands, such as ColourPop. So I really did want to get it because it was Kathleen and she raved about the shimmer formula in this palette, right? So I got it and I truly was blown away. It was quite pricey and expensive. I don't even know if you can get it anymore now that I'm saying this and talking about it, that palette. I don't know if it was limited edition or what, but I do pull that one out. Not necessarily frequently, but like for special occasions, or if I just want like really reliable glam, I go to that one a lot. I would say I pull it out almost every month. If you watch my palette rankings that I do monthly, it's frequently in there because I do pull it out for more special occasions or concerts or things like that. I also tried What's Up Makeup. What's Up Makeup? Is that what it's called? What's Up Beauty? Hold on. Okay, it's What's Up Beauty. What's Up Beauty. I got both their Geodes and their Monsoon palette. I've only tried the Monsoon palette as of this exact moment, but that was really nice too. The first time I used it, I was like, okay, because I realized that they have, I think, a couple different shimmer formulas going on. And the first time I just used like the kind of normal shimmer and was like, there's nothing wrong with this, but I'm also not blown away. And then the second time I used it, I found one of the more like special kind of shifty shimmers, and it sold me. It sold me. I'm now a fan. I'm on the lookout for whatever they do next. I believe they have like some nail polishes and not just palettes, but I've only tried the eyeshadow palettes. Yet another brand I tried for the first time that I only tried eyeshadow was Cosmic Brushes. I jumped on board the Serenity palette bandwagon this year. I wanted to try it. And Jaclyn specifically was raving about it, and I tend to like a lot of things that she recommends. But you'll see if you watch my video, I honestly was not a fan of that one. I should give it another try. It's been a while, but I wasn't a huge fan of it, and I only got the one palette. I know they have two, but the other color story just wasn't really speaking to me. So yeah, it's hit or miss. Like, again, it's another that, like, it was fine. It just didn't blow me away the way I thought it would with all of the hype surrounding it. And then the last brand that I tried that was just eyeshadow, it was like the only reason I tried the brand and what I tried it for and everything, was Fenty Cosmetica. And that was the Druid palette, which I fell in love with right away. I do think the shimmers are the thing for that. The mattes were just okay in my opinion. Like, they were totally workable, not bad, but like just okay. And I did get for Christmas the Barred palette from them. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm very much so looking forward to kind of comparing and seeing how that one is compared to the Druid, but I loved the Druid palette. And then of course there's this one. We're back to this one now. The Spooked palette, which I have looked at buying other stuff from this brand on their site again, but to be honest, I think some of it's a little pricey. Like, I know it's an indie brand, but I'm gonna have to wait till there's a sale or something, or, you know, just refrain altogether, because I am supposed to be going into a low buy this year. I've been working on my video that talks about my entire like inventory of makeup, like my entire collection, how many of each makeup product do I actually own. But it's taking me a long time, like longer than I expected, to take inventory of it all, which I don't know why that surprises me. Like, I knew going into this that I have a lot of stuff. I don't know why I thought it would just be a quick and easy thing to count it all. Like, it's taking quite a while to make sure I have it accurately. But I will definitely be doing a video on that, and I think when I have those total numbers, or at least what I hope is that that's going to be a real eye-opener for me and help me stick to the goals that I make for my low buy going into 2023. Because think about it, like I said, I've tried just in 1 year 13 brands. That was definitely more than I thought it was going to be when I was counting how many brands did I actually try this year. I did not think the number was going to be 13. I thought it would be like maybe 7 or something like that. But here we are. Okay, now I am going to cheat a little to do some shadow liner, because these are the only brushes Blend Bunny has at this point. They're more like detail brushes, and there's no sort of liner brush. She does have a liner brush. I believe she sold it with a little pot liner, but I don't have that. So I'm going to do just a little like black liner, shadow liner with the Gourmand Girls palette, and I will be back for the next brand and the next product. All right, so next up, the next brand I tried for the first time this year was Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. I got a little kind of like hits type bag, like of favorites and things from the brand, to try a bunch of it. I'll link my video where I did that. And so we're going to be using the Cause I'm Black is the shade of the Full Frontal Volume Lift and Curl Mascara. I just have like a little baby one. I don't think I've used this again since then. My current mascara is starting to get low, the one that I've been using daily from Essence though, so perhaps I will leave this one out and have this be the next one that I go to when I run out of that one. I don't remember being in love with or hating this one. If you're curious and kind of like, okay, so you tried it, what were your thoughts? It's fine. That's my thoughts. Like, it's not doing anything crazy. Like, it says curl and volume. I always curl my lashes with an eyelash curler before I go in with mascara anyway, just because my lashes tend to go downwards even with a curling formula. I find if I curl them and then use a curling formula, it does help to hold the curl a bit, but I don't think there are many that just like automatically curl them without me using an eyelash curler. I also don't think that this does a lot for me for volume, even if you do, like, I'm on like my third coat right now, and I don't think it does a lot for volume. It is kind of like a weird, like, thick brush. Like it's skinny this way and then fatter this way. So it's kind of a weird wand shape, but it's probably why I haven't reached for it since again, because it wasn't terrible. It's just kind of like fine. Another brand I tried for the first time this year was Ace Beauté. So I've got a few things from them now. I think the first couple palettes I bought on my own were the Paradise Fallen or something like that. It's like a gray purple color story. And then I also got the Tropical Vibes because again, I wanted to get on the hype train on that one. And then I actually won their giveaway. I could not believe it. I still can't believe it. Their whole PR of the Paletopoly. So in an effort to like use as much of these brands as possible, I'm going to use their Paletopoly. This is like their little magnetic eyeliner. Guess I didn't need to do that shadowing too much anyway, now that I think about it. And then I'm going to do the lashes from Ace Beauté. These are the magnetic ones. I used the more dramatic ones recently, so that's why they're not in here. But I'm going to use the more like daintier version of lashes with the magnetic liners. So basically the way this works is you put it along your lash line and you're supposed to wait and then do another coat of it. But essentially it's supposed to make it so that you don't need lash glue. It's magnetic liner and then you just pop the lash on. So in my experience with using this, it is secure once you get it on. I think it takes quite a while for the liner to dry down because there's been times I've been ready to pop the lash on and it's not quite sticking right. Like it's still kind of tacky, so you do have to wait a bit to let it fully dry down. And the lashes, I will say though, the other pair at least, I didn't have to trim at all. They were very, very well suited to the size and shape of my eye because I usually do have to trim the lashes. And once they're on though and you get them situated, I feel like they're comfortable and they last, like they don't fall off or anything like that. And then I will also say that I think that the magnetic liner, like it is a little bit tougher to remove than a normal lash glue or whatever. Like think like waterproof makeup to that degree of like removal is what we're talking with this liner. So just some things for you to be aware of and think about if you were somebody that was looking at their magnetic lashes. I don't think you have to have their specific magnetic liner. Like there are other brands that use magnetic liners that you probably could do, but I personally haven't tried that, so I don't want to like for sure say that you can do that since I haven't tested it myself. The bands on these are a little thicker just because it's got all the tiny little magnets. I don't even know if I can show you them or not on the band, the magnets, but it does make the band a little bit thicker because the magnets are on there. But if you give it just a little quick, like bend it a little bit to loosen up the band, especially when they're new, I think that does help. I would be curious about other styles for these because both of these are more, I think, even and across. The more dramatic flares a little bit more, but I find I am more into the dramatic flare or like smaller on the inside and bigger on the outside than I am the ones that are like evenly shaped all the way across the way these are. But we'll see how the style goes. Like I said, I haven't tried this particular style on yet. So you just take it and you plop it on in there and then you can kind of wiggle and adjust it as needed. And that is all there is to it. So you can see there's the eye with the lash on versus the eye without. It does make a difference, I think, a lash for a lot of looks. And then I still usually take either my fingers or some sort of tweezers or something once my lashes, like my mascara, is dry, and kind of pinch my natural lashes together with the falsies just so there's not like a weird gap or obviousness between them and it like blends them a little bit. And yeah, there's the eye look. I think that looks pretty good, don't you guys? I have a purple shirt on, so that's why I just did like a little purple kind of gold slash peachy duochrome moment with the eyes. So I think the last product we have here is from Hourglass. So Hourglass I've stayed away from because of the price tag, you guys, frankly, because I've seen some of their like ambient, however you say it, lighting palettes, and yeah, like just it's too pricey for me. I'm not willing to pay it. So I got though in a Fab Fit Fun unboxing an Hourglass lipstick. This is their ultra slim high intensity refillable lipstick, and I gotta say I have been really liking this. It's in shade If Only. I've worn it a few times on my channel. This is a really heavy, nice component. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is weapon-esque, like ice pick somebody if you need to out of your purse. Here is the component, and then it twists up, and it's this nice kind of nude pinky shade. I really like this for the price. I don't think I would buy any more unless they were on sale, but getting it in a box was great. But the thing I like about these versus other like traditional or bullet lipsticks is that this seems to last a lot longer. A lot of those, as soon as I like eat or drink, gone. I have to go with a liquid lipstick to get more longevity. But with these, they wear beautifully. Like even without a lip liner, you can be really precise, and it doesn't like weirdly fade around the corners or like just fade in the middle. It seems to like naturally wear as the day goes and like just gradually fade. And I've eaten and drank it and like drank liquids and all kinds of things and then gone to check to be like, is it still there? And it is. It's like more faded, but it's still there even after meals. So I really do like this one. So yeah, guys, that is the final look using and discussing all 13 of the brands I tried for the first time in 2022. Let me know what you think of the look or any of these brands in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And I'm also interested in doing a video of brands that I want to try in 2023 going forward. I have a list of, I think, 7 brands, a couple of which I already know that I'm going to try because I bought stuff last year and never got to it. So like I own it, so I know I'm gonna try it. So let me know if you'd be curious in a video like that, either talking about it or maybe like doing first impressions of the brands that I have bought and want to try for the first time on camera. I would love to do a video like that if you guys are interested, of course. And thanks so much if you've made it all the way to the end of the video. I hope you liked it. If so, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you again on the next one. Bye!